Good afternoon once again. Welcome to yet another episode on Ami's Family's Chronicle. Today we'll be talking about teaching our children our native language, or we can put it in a way to say the challenges we face, when it comes to our children speaking our native language. This episode was sent in by Glory. She said we should talk about it, how we teach our children. So I said, okay, I'm going to bring it up to our audience to, help me put this together, because I know I'm at fault too when it comes to that. Teaching our children our native dialect. I'm from Abia State, Umuahia precisely, also my husband. That means our native dialect is Igbo language. And all Igbo, our parents, that was how we were raised. We were taught our native language, our native dialect. That we learned English was when we started school. That was when we started learning English and mixing up with people. But now, I find out that some parents don't even feel comfortable anymore teaching their children the Igbo language, their dialect. And speaking from one or two things I have seen, but I'm not going to generalize it. I'm not going to say it's everyone. But sometimes the people, sorry to say this, I admire the Yorubas, the Hausas, the way they speak their language to their children. They speak it at home, they speak it anywhere, and the children understand it. But for us here now, we are finding it difficult. Yes, on our own part, on Ami's Family's Chronicles, on my family's part, we try as much as possible to speak Igbo to our children. And we even told them, if you want anything, if you want to ask for anything, if you want to collect anything from either me or your dad, you have to say it in Igbo. Chigozie and Chidera, they are good. They understand it, they speak it, but not that fluently. Chidubem, we are still battling with him. But we love our language. We try as much as possible to make them speak it. I remember then when our son started school, then when we were in Nigeria, it was Igbo that we were using. So he went to school, he was like, told the teacher, the teacher had to call us later after school when we came to pick him up. We should teach him to speak in English, to say he wants to drink water. The dad was angry. The dad was like, no, that is your job to teach him in English that he wants to drink water, but you cannot tell us to teach him at home. To tell him if he wants to drink water, he should say it in English. No, at home, we are saying it in Igbo the way it is, actually meaning. Then when he speaks it to you in school, then you correct him. And that teacher was also an Igbo teacher. So we try as much as possible I admire the Hausas, I admire the Yorubas, the way they teach their children. And funny enough, my children, they are happy learning it, they are comfortable. Sometimes we even like Chidubem now, when he wants something urgently, he will just go and tap it for you to translate it, then he will come back. But we try as much as possible, especially my husband, because sometimes I forget and I'll use English. But when I just like come to my senses, I'm like, oh no, we have to use Igbo. And that Igbo is sweet. Igbo atoka na toto. And the more what a crane asuya like this on a thumb so much. Because sometimes you might want to have an important discussion, or you don't want someone else to understand what you are saying. You relate with that person, you say it in Igbo, tap your chaya on a happier, So glory for us, for me. We try as much as possible to talk in Igbo, to everything, to communicate with Igbo at home with our children. Yes, we know in school they do that in English, and knowing very well that the place we are is not really a place they hear the Igbo language often, because where we are is mostly English. So that's why we try as much as possible to communicate with them at home in Igbo language. If you want anything, if you want to complain, if you want to say anything, and even because if your sibling gets you angry, I complain here in Igbo, you just swallow it and like keep quiet, and just like pretend as if nothing happened, But we try as much as possible to speak Igbo. We encourage them. to speak their dialect, because Igbo dialect, Igbo language is so sweet, man. It's so sweet. It's so interesting. So, Glory, this is how I do it. And I know other people will comment here too. Do you like your children speaking Igbo, speaking your dialect, or you prefer them speaking English? Just drop it on the comment section. And also let us know, parents, uncles, aunties, parents when you are talking to your children, aunties, uncles when you are talking to your nieces or your nephews or your cousins, how do you relate with them? Do you relate with them in your dialect, or you prefer to use English? And are they comfortable in your dialect too? So drop it on the comment section and let us know. And are your children happy when they speak your dialect? Because ours, they are happy when they speak it, but the last one, Chidibem, sometimes he finds it difficult because he doesn't get everything he wants, because he has to use Igbo to tell us what he wants, and if he's not using it, we are not giving him that. So let us know on the comment section, are your children happy when they speak the dialect? Are they comfortable with it? So, Glory, hope that answers your question. I love my dialect, Igbo. I can't do without my dialect. We speak it every day, especially for me and my husband, and we try as much as possible to teach our children, to encourage them to speak their dialect often, even when they are with their friends that is still from the same place with them. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. I promise you, I said it was going to be a very brief and simple one. So drop the comment, let it be coming. Let's see how you feel about speaking your dialect or your children speaking their dialect. Thank you so much. Till we come next week, Saturday. Have a blessed and good day. And please don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel, TikTok, Instagram. Every channel, just subscribe and tell your friends, tell someone about Ami's Family Chronicle. It's just a program that just talk about family, how we do things with our children, how we can help each other grow, and how we can raise godly children. Thank you so much, and have a blessed day, each and every one of you. Bye. Good day, everyone. Welcome to yet another interesting episode on Ami's Family Chronicles. Good day, everyone. Welcome to yet another interesting